Chaitanya Samaraja Dhira. I think we discussed it, like Dhira Samachita.
Yeah,
Chaitanya
Dhira Samarchita we did. Chaitanya Kusmara.
Samaradhya.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Is that where you stopped, Srinivas?
Yeah, last time we did not do. Yeah.
You did not do? Oh, okay.
We did not do the discussion. We did the Parayanam.
Okay. Sorry, I guess I couldn't participate last 2 weeks and just came back from India. Now Chaitanyardhya Samaradhya is basically the Namas says she's worshipped with consciousness as offerings. So Chaitanya is the foundational consciousness that has absolute freedom of knowing and doing. Chaitanya is totally independent. So Ardhya means the water offered to respectable guests. So Jnanam Ardhya means knowledge is the best offering. Here we are talking about a consciousness as offering. So in Bhuvaneshwari mantra is also called as Chaitanya mantra. There are Chaitanya is the pure consciousness which is the essence of Brahman, who manifests in 3 forms: Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha, and Virat. The 4th manifestation of Parabrahman is Turiya. This is the non-dualistic consciousness that appears in different forms due to different preconditioned souls based on their karmic afflictions. Consciousness limited by ignorance is Ishvara, and consciousness conditioned by Antahkaranas, which are the mind, intellect, ego, and consciousness, is soul. Both Ishvara and soul act merely as witnesses. Consciousness is generally classified as 4 types: consciousness related to object, consciousness related to knower, consciousness related to means of knowledge, and consciousness related to pure knowledge. Here we are talking about consciousness related to pure knowledge. That is what is Chaitanya. Anything more to add?
No.
Well, a lot.
Yeah. The next Nama is Chaitanya Kusuma Priya. She's very fond of Kusuma flowers, and here we talk. It's Chaitanya Kusumam. Here consciousness is compared to flower poetically. I guess flower leads to fruit. Same way, the Kusuma flower leads to spiritual progress. It represents 8 qualities that are basic requirements for spiritual progress, which is Ahimsa, Prathamam, Pushpam. So the first flower is Ahimsa, it seems. Conquering the senses is the second flower. Pity on living beings is the third. Compassion is the fourth. Wisdom is the fifth. Penance is the sixth. Truth is the seventh. And meditation is the eighth. So here, the Kusuma flower is being compared to 8 flowers. And Chaitanya is a combination of these 8 flowers. And these all together is referred to as Kusuma. The Chaitanya Kusumam. So here we are. So there is one in Saundarya Lahari also. There is a verse number 3 that says, Chaitanya Sthabaka Makaranda Shruti Jari, which means sweetness of knowledge of the self overflows from the blossomed flowers of Chaitanya. The overflowing knowledge manifests as bliss. So yeah, I guess they are poetically, and also they are referring to Kusuma flower in an extrapolated form and combining it with 8 qualities. And the combination of those 8 qualities is Chaitanya Kusumam, is what they are saying. Yeah. And she loves those flowers.
Kusma means flower. It's not like Kusma flower.
Oh, okay. Kusuma itself is flower. It means
Yeah.
flower. Huh? Okay.
It's Kusuma
Yeah,
means
Chaitanya Kusuma.
Okay.
just like Chaitanya Argyam.
Hmm.
That's you offer this poetic representation of different things as flowers is there in Tyagaraja Kritis also. Like Acharya's Shivananda Lahari also, Hrut Padmam Mandiram kind of thing, Hrut Padmam. So you offer your heart, your mind as a flower kind of thing. This is all external puja is kind of symbolism of that. Exactly same concept here as I think Chaitanya, you offer that flower as a flower.
So we
And
are
what you
offering
said, 8, are those like same as Ashtanga yoga? The 8 limbs
Ashtanga.
of yoga, you mentioned 8 petals of that flower.
Yeah, and I don't know where they have not given reference to this 8, but it says Ahimsa Pratamam Pushpam Indriya Nigraha Sarvabhuta Daya Pushpam Kshama Pushpam Visheshata Jnanam Pushpam Tapaha Pushpam Dhyanam Pushpam Tathaivacha Satyam Ashtavidham Pushpam Vishnu Pritikaram Bhavet. Pritikaram
Pritikaram Bhavet. Yeah, I think that is the Ashtanga 8 limbs of that yoga is part of all those things. Because that's what Ahimsa, Kshama, all those things, Daya, all those things. I
Indriya
remember
Nigraha.
Yeah, those are like 8 petaled Ashtadala Padma.
8-fold yoga, they say, right? That one?
Yeah, it's called, they mention this flower also as having 8 petals. 8 petaled flower. That is 8 or these Ashtanga yoga, I think.
Okay. So here, non-violence, conquering the senses, pity on living beings, and compassion and pity on living beings. I don't know what the maybe Sanskrit it might mean different. Sarva Bhuta Daya and Kshama.
Yeah.
So one is the Daya, and the other is Kshama. Is separated from Daya. Okay. Then Visheshat. Visheshat is what is that? Visheshat means wisdom is Visheshat?
No.
What is Visheshat?
No, Visheshat is not part of that 8. It is just kind of a specifically kind of it adds. It's just a conjunction kind of thing. List those 8 one again. Say that.
Okay, Ahimsa. Ahimsa, Indriya Nigraha, Sarvabhuta Daya, Shama, Jnanam, Satyam, and Vishnu Pratikaram. Let me see.
Pritikaram.
No. Dhyanam is the 7th one. And 8th one is meditation. Dhyana.
Samadhi. Yeah.
So non-violence.
Penance. Penance is the penance.
Truth meditation.
Truth meditation, yes. So truth and meditation is the 8th one.
So what is the fifth? What is the 5th one?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Oh, wisdom.
Non-violence, self-control, forgiveness, compassion, wisdom, penance, truth, meditation.
Yeah.
But 8 types of Chaitanya flowers. Yeah.
What's the say again? Non-violence, conquering the senses. What is the 3rd one?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Yeah. Pity on living beings. Okay. Forgiveness. Okay.
Okay. And the 4th one is compassion?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in yoga, how are we trying to? I guess these are all also show up in dharmic qualities, right? That is this 10 dharmic qualities. I guess these are also part of those. Some of them I can. What I think in Manu Dharma or somewhere they talk about 10 qualities, and most of them listed here, except meditation, penance. That it's a combination of qualities and what are the steps that we need to take, I guess, to reach to realize Chaitanya.
Okay.
So we anything else to move? We can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see in Kusuma means flower, right? And then Chaitanya Kusuma. So the next nama is Sadhodita. Okay, that comes from Sada Udita. Sada is ever, eternally. Udita is arisen, ascended, who shines ever ascended in the minds of scholars. Sadodita. Sada plus Udita together, it's called Sadodita. She's eternally shining or eternally ascending.
Okay.
If you think about shining, you can think she's compared to sun. If Udita also, right, sun rises, right?
Yeah.
So ascending, who shines ever ascended in the minds of scholars. And not much is given on this nama. That's about it. In Brahmaloka, the sun never rose, nor did it ever set. Which means in Brahmaloka, sun is always there. Okay, anything to add on to this, Vasu, in your book or anybody else?
No, it's the same thing. Like,
okay,
because everywhere the sun rises somewhere, like, in the world. So either in India, if it's a sunset, somewhere else it's a sunrise. So it's always be like, sunrise.
Okay. Sadodita.
Sada Udita. Yeah.
Sada Udita. So the next nama is Sada Tushta, right? Here Sada means again always, ever. Tushta means pleased.
Contented.
Who's ever contented and happy. I guess, that is the quality of Parabrahman. Always happy, always content. There is nothing more to desire. So she is Sada Tushta. She always remains satisfied because of the attributes mentioned in previous namas too. She always remains contented because of true devotion. The quality of Parabrahman is eternal contentment, because Parabrahman does not partake in any actions and always remains as a witness. Actions alone cause discontentment, quality of souls. When one realizes the ever content Parabrahman, he also becomes contented. I guess action without expectations, right, will lead to action. All actions will not lead to discontentment, but I guess actions with expectation will result in discontentment. Actions without any expectations or actions done as an offering to God, you will always be you will never be disappointed or discontented. You will always be happy. Anything to add on to this? This is a very very unique name, Sadodita, Sadatushta. All of a sudden, they have been those two namas are inserted. Next one is Tarunaditya Patala.
Patala.
Arunachal Patala.
Tarunaditya Patala. Patala means,
So can you consider the last one as the condensation of Gita?
Yeah, I think content.
That one sentence.
Yeah, we can absolutely. I think that Parabrahman never partakes in any actions and always remains as a witness, and we can also reach that state if we are doing action without any reward in mind, or giving doing every action as an offering to God. And then we will never be unhappy, always be happy, which is very difficult to get there. Yeah. But I think we need to constantly strive and remind ourselves to do that. Yeah. Next nama is Tarunaditya Patala, and Patala means pale red. Taruna means young. Aditya means sun. Tarunaditya means newly risen sun. Patala is pale red pink. When you see the sunrise, I guess the as it rises, the pale red. Again, it's so beautiful, and just the sight of it gives you so much happiness. I think following the previous nama, they are continuing with this Mata who is pale red like the young rising sun. It's I guess there is some relation to it. Here, her qualities are again here. The red is again referred to her complexion. So here, the color of rising sun, where a lot of times there are different hues of red are compared to Mata. So yeah, she assumes different complexions depending upon the form in which she is contemplated. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad describes Parabrahman with limiting adjuncts. It describes Brahman in various forms, like a cloth dyed with turmeric, like gray sheep's wool, or like insect, like indigo, like a white lotus, or like a flash of lightning. So I think in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, someone was referring to how when you're in deep meditation state, you can, depending upon your past karmics, you can see different colors. You can as your Kundalini is rising, I guess. Here they are talking about Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, describing Parabrahman in different colors. But the same Upanishad again says, faith rests on the heart, for one knows faith through the heart. The one who needs salvation meditates her in white complexion. One who needs bravery meditates her in red complexion. The Lord of Death is dark complexion. Goddess Saraswati sitting on white lotus. So every color has got different qualities. So based upon his need, a devotee visualizes her in different complexion. And also each chakra in Kundalini shines in different colors. Such colors have different qualities. When Kundalini is predominant in a particular chakra, the qualities of that color become predominant in the practitioner. This nama does not overrule her vermilion red complexion as discussed in Dhyana verses. This nama says her that her complexion changes depending upon what is prayed for. Okay. They are talking about different, totally a big theory of colors, related to how a devotee in different stages of his practice and different needs of the devotee, they visualize different colors. Here, the pale red is reference to one of those. She who is pale red like the young rising sun is the meaning of this nama. But yeah, we need to, since earlier we talked about dark red, here pale red, you might wonder why. Here they are just saying her complexion changes depending upon what is prayed for. Okay. So it's a combination of red and white. White being the complexion of Shiva, red being her complexion, Mata's complexion. So pale red is a combination of both Shiva, Shakti-eka, but then it's more Shakti than that of Shiva. Is what this color reference to. Somewhere I recall Aruna Sairam, when she's in singing, she would start, when she's in a very meditative state and she's singing, she'll start looking at, all of a sudden, colors start showing up in her mind. I guess, she takes music to a level of meditation. And so, yeah, I guess if you are seeing some colors, it's a good sign. You are progressing. Have any of you visualized colors while you are meditating or praying?
That is definitely at a very high spiritual level, I guess.
If you have, it means it talks about your needs. You are. It talks about your state of progress.
Yeah.
They say, like these things you have to do with the guidance of the guidance of a guru. You cannot do it. Even if it comes, you have to be careful because you don't know how to control it.
Okay.
So there has to be, at every step has to be guided.
Okay.
Every step has to be guided so that they warn actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then,
Yeah. Definitely, anything, without, but if you are talking about Kundalini rising and all these.
Yeah. So that you have to be careful, that's what I heard is.
Yeah.
You need to immediately take under the, you have to be under a guru to have that control. Otherwise, it will go out of control and you won't be able to do anything. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess definitely we need to meditate, sit few minutes before God, all that. But once, if you want to really progress with the help of what is it, a guru who's an expert.
Yeah, after that, I think once you reach a certain stage, I think you have to go to a guru.
Yeah. All right. Anything else to add on to this nama? We can go to the next one, if not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Dakshinaaradhya. So here, Dakshina means those who follow right-handed worship, Dakshina Acharam. Adakshina means left-hand worshippers, it seems, or Vamachara. So Aradhya is to worship. Dakshina Radhya, who is revered by those who follow Dakshinachara and Vamachara cults. I see. Here they are trying to Dakshina, Adakshina. There are two words. Okay, let me Dakshina, Dakshina. Dakshina plus Adakshina, Radhya. She is adored by both right-hand worshippers and left-hand worshippers. Dakshinachara and Vamachara. So Dakshina also means knowledgeable men. Adakshina means ignorant men. She is worshipped by both wise and ignorant. Anybody who worships her is a devotee. A devotee could be knowledgeable or ignorant. Knowledgeable one means the one who pursues the Parabrahman mentally, expecting nothing in return from her except salvation. Ignorant means the one who continues to be associated with rituals, expecting something in return from her. Dakshina also means offerings made to one's guru. It can also be interpreted that she is pleased when offerings are made to a guru who initiates disciples into Sri Vidya cult. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, foolish and vile men of evil deeds do not adore me. 4 types of devotees of noble deeds worship me. The seeker after worldly possessions, the afflicted, the seeker for knowledge, and man of wisdom. Of these, the best is the man of wisdom, ever established in me, possessed of exclusive devotion. I am extremely dear to that man, and he is extremely dear to me. The person who is established in the jnanam and worships him. That's what they're talking about here. So let me read the other one. Dakshina means skilled ignorant, or Dakshina means right hand worshipping, and Adakshina means left hand worshipping. I never heard of Vamachara before.
No, where is Adakshina? Is not there.
So there is Dakshina and Na. There is a one Akaram.
Yeah.
There is the Akaram.
No, but A is there, but that goes in the first Dakshina. That goes Dakshina. Then comes the next one, Dakshina Radhyaya.
Yeah.
So there is no anywhere.
No, it doesn't have to be. It's called in Telugu Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. It's called Dakshina plus Adakshina. When A plus A is joined, it becomes A. Like that, E plus E becomes E. It's a rule. It's a formula there for a Sandhi. So it doesn't have to be Dakshina. When you chant, you should say Dakshina Radhya. Dakshina. So it ended with A. And next one is Adakshina. When you combine, it will become Dakshina Radhya. So.
Yeah. And then right after Adakshina, there is Aradhya. Again, over there also there is Adakshina Aradhya. So same way it leads to there also. Dakshina, Dakshina.
Either it is the second one could be A or A. In either case, you can join both as a dirgham.
Yeah, second one is okay. But the first one, still, if the first one is, I understand, plus A is A. But the thing is, then it should be Dakshina, right? The other one should have been A. That A comes in the first, when they separate it out, they separate out Dakshina as separate.
Yeah, that should not be the case. I think they should have, I guess they should all be together.
Oh, I understand what you mean. Dakshina Radhya, it should not be like that. Dakshina Radhya.
Yeah, it should be one whole word, right?
Yes.
That whole thing should have been one word. But they are separating it out in all the books. They put a dash, Dakshina, and then they put a dash. And then that means there's no there for the next one.
Oh, you're right. In that case, probably it is just referring to the... What is Dakshina could be? Is there any other meaning in addition to the...
Yeah. So yeah, I guess why would you say Dakshina and one more Dakshina Radhya, right? So probably the books don't realize the meaning of this. And one more thing I wanted to ask. Dakshina, which na comes?
Na.
Second one.
Na, second, yeah.
Na.
second one?
Yeah.
Dakshina?
Not na. Na.
Na.
Yeah.
So here, I'm wondering if this, whenever the sandhi, that na changes to another one, according to Sanskrit rules, or it doesn't. Do you know?
What? Say that again. I didn't understand.
Whenever you have this na plus a plus a, does that na change to another na?
No. It doesn't change like that. The consonant will not change. Only the vowel will become the dirgha. But the consonant will not change to a different letter.
Okay. Yeah. Even in my text, Shanti, there is a dash between Dakshina and Dakshinaradhya. But, if in both the books, they refer to the words Dakshina and Adakshina.
Yeah, Adakshina. Yeah, that is right. And also I read somebody, I listened to one Hindi lady. She explains, this word by word. So she says Vamacharya for the
What is that?
Dakshina means Vamachara.
Yeah, the people who worship the God with the left hand. Generally, we do it like, with the right hand, right?
Correct.
The people who do puja and everything with the left hand, they call like,
I don't know about that in crude physical sense, but usually Vamachara means tantric practices, which is not Vedic. It's kind of a Vedic practice is called Vamachara.
So, Srinivas, why do you say it's not Vedic? Tantra, there are tantric also is in Vedas, right? Some tantras. Tantras are also referred in, I guess, what is it? The fourth Veda, Atharva Veda, don't they talk?
Yeah, that I think that distinction came after Shankaracharya. Probably, yes. Everything is Vedic, perhaps in the beginning. But when Shankaracharya cleaned it up, right? So he put these 6 darsanas are there, right? Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Purva and Uttarmimamsa, that's it. And his Vedanta is all in Uttarmimamsa, Vedanta. There ends that Vedic part. Everything else is basically Vamachara. It is, they said, I don't know exactly what they chant in Tantric Vamachara system. Probably there are other Veda mantras, maybe there, I don't know. Yeah, but I cannot really answer that why they call it Tantric is definitely not civilized or whatever you call it. Probably I may be saying wrong that it is not Vedic. It's not Vedic kind of thing. Maybe it is part of Vedic, but it's not generally accepted as a path for general people for moksha kind of thing. Only exceptional people like maybe Sri Ramakrishna person is an only exceptional tantri who kind of a realized soul through tantric means also. But I don't know any other example. Everybody else is either a tapas or meditation kind of thing.
In Vamachara, right, the Adi Shakti, Kali Puja are all very prominent, it seems. That's what I'm reading. Kali Puja.
Kali Puja can be done in a Vedic way and Tantric way. So there are different ways of worshipping Kali. Yeah, in Bengal it is there a lot. It's maybe normal practice there, Tantra.
I think they worship only one god. That's it in Vamachara. If they want to worship, they will worship only that one. But in the other one, we worship everybody.
Usually, yeah, you are right. Tantric is only for all those Kali or other Ugra Devis like, Bagalamukhi, Chinnamasta, some are Ugra Devatas are there. Those are only worshipped in that way, I think. Prachangira, Chinnamasta, Bagalamukhi, those are all kind of a, what do you call that? They're different kind of deities. There is no Vedic worshipping for certain deities like that. I think some of those names might have come in Lalita Sahasrama, I don't know.
Okay.
Or no, I don't know.
Yeah. Kaula worship, left hand, like, Agori worship, Agoris.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I guess it's 8:05.